Okay, hello everyone and welcome back. This is the third episode of me trying to build a shop in Minecraft, and I think I've figured out most of what I need to do. Get out of my way. Thank you. So I've got something to show you with regards to lecterns. And so ultimately, what we can do is lecterns can give a signal output of up to 15 blocks. And I made this little guide. I hope I counted right. And so what I'm going to do is mark down a couple pages. Now, of course, as you know, if I just go into 15 pages, um, and then I hit done. Now, if I place it into here, I'll have 15 pages. The first page will go up to signal strength 1, the second page goes to 2, and then 3, and so on up to your 15, way down there. So, ultimately, that's pretty useful, but the question is, what happens if it's not 15? If it's greater than 15, so let me demonstrate that first, since I already have 15 pages. And I'll go a few extra. And now you can see that it will basically, I'm on page 8, and I'm actually only on page, let's see, 1, 2. I'm on page 7, it looks like 5, 6, 7, yeah. Which is strange. And let me go to page, let's just go make it a nice even 20. I think I can do something like that. Yeah, so now it has 20 pages. The first page will take you to 1, and now you don't get to the second one until you're up here. And so you might start to see something that's interesting. And if I go over here, I'm going to go to page 30, which is double 15. Place that in there. Now every I have to go every two ones. Now by default, the first page is going to be the first signal strength, and then 2 would technically be the second one. So then we have 4, and then we have 7 and 8 and 9 and so on and so forth. So now that I'm at 18, I should be at 9. And so you can see that it's kind of like the percentage. It'll take 15 and it'll divide it by your total page numbers, and that's how far your signal strength goes. So let's just go ahead and assume, let me get a new book, and I want, let's say, 3 pages, therefore, or maybe 5 pages for this demonstration. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll put a marking there. And so here's my 5th page of the book, and that means that I actually, technically, every page should take up 3 spaces. Now, the first page only takes up 1, which is fine. So then the second page is going to take up 4? Yes. So it adds 3 to it. So then the next one should be 7. So let's see. 7. We're actually at 8. 9, 10. Yeah, we're at 8. And I don't know why that is. It's pretty strange, to be honest. I don't know exactly what it is, but I have 15, and I'm dividing it by 5 pages, so each page should be 3. So if I start here, it should back off by 3. And I think it has to do with the fact that the first one is always at page 1, but instead it backs off by 4, which is weird. And if you ignore that first one, then we have a total signal strength of 14, which is weird. It also backs up by 4 each time. That's strange, but at least we know what's happening. So using some experiments like this, we can build a way easier shop using this original Mumbo Jumbo design, but instead catering it towards 2, maybe 3 sets of 64. So here we just have it to where our red coder is spaced out in such a way where our book, this book in particular, has 4 pages, and those 4 pages measured out. So let me go down here so it's a little more clear. And let me get a 4-paged book here. So backspace that and get 4. And this book, So if I go to so the first section is going to be that initial red coder, and then the next 3 blocks are occupied by pistons. So we want the next one to go 4 blocks forward, which it does, and you get 5 blocks, and then the next one goes another 5 forward. So whenever you have 4 pages, I guess it's going in increments of 5, which must mean that that first page kind of doesn't matter. And so we really only have 3 pages, which is why it's going 5 at a time. And that kind of makes sense for if I added to 6 pages. Let's see if 6 pages gets us the, oops. Let's see if 6 pages gets us that desired 3, 3 each. So here's this one, and yep, we have 3, and then we should have another 3 going to 6. So that first page is kind of excluded. So using this mechanic, we can calculate what type of signal strength we want, and that way we can have breaks in the red coder, and it will still be able to decode it properly. Now, the reason why, really, it should look like this, and then it would look like this. But the reason why we have this extra part is so that this redstone right here doesn't directly run into that piston, and you can easily redirect it with a lever. I just used redstone because it's usually cheaper. So now here is an example of just me looking through the book. So I have melons here, and then pumpkins, and as you can see, the pumpkins I actually only have 2, because I thought, well, I want half as many pumpkins. But if I switch it over, I should get 4 on the melons. So there we go. I spent pretty much all day working on this design, and it didn't hit me until I actually was reading the wiki on lecterns, because I didn't realize how it divided up the signal. And then I experimented a little bit on my own and kind of talked you through my thought process just now, and that's kind of what I came up with. And so this is a fully working system. Here's my order from last time. I had a melon. I got jammed up in the pumpkin dispenser. But ultimately, you just come in here and you disperse all of your melons and pumpkins into here, and then you can order them and let them go. So if I want an order of melons, I'll just press this button, and you can see all my melons start coming down. I did want to have a hopper system to feed these easier, especially using double chests. You can fill them up pretty instantly, but the problem is that the hoppers will get in the way of the entities, and then they'll get stuck in between the hoppers, and they won't make it in the item streams. I guess you could fix that by maybe rearranging your dispensers, but I don't feel like it. So anyway, what now I need to do is just pay my diamond. So I have 1 invoice, so I just pop my diamond, and the system works perfectly. And then, as recommended by Mumbo Jumbo, having a little tree here makes it look very nice, and a little plant, I guess. So, there we go. That looks relatively better. And yeah, that is it. That is the full melon and pumpkin shop, and I've already started building it into survival, but I'm kind of sick and tired of being on the computer all day. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.